It's Money Monday. The month of June is here. That means it's prime time for home buying and selling. Even though the market is weak, there are opportunities out there, but there are some challenges that lie ahead if you want to partake in some of that. A lot of things happening in the housing market, and that's why we bring in Hale Walker. He's the Senior Vice President of First Preferred Mortgage Company of Southfield and Port Huron. You see it from the other side of the desk when we talk about the housing market. There are some good buys out there right now.
Absolutely. I mean, right now, Murray, you're seeing a lot of opportunities in the foreclosure market, and you're seeing a lot of the short sales out there also. All
right, we're going to get to that in just a moment, but what about prices? Prices are still down sometimes 50% or more than they were a couple of years ago.
Yeah, prices are probably at a 9 and 10-year low right now. Hopefully, we're reaching the bottom. In the state of Michigan, we've seen that the price from 2009 to 2010 went up about $8,000. It's not dramatic, but hopefully that's an indication that we're improving.
So statewide, typical home is worth more now in Michigan than it used to be, but does that go for Metro Detroit as well?
Well, that's where it's shaky. That statistic is really just for the entire state.
All right. We've mentioned short sales before. We're talking about people who are looking for deals, a lot of foreclosures out there and short sales. First of all, with a short sale, let's talk about this in detail. There are some things that you really have to know about that.
Exactly. I mean, the biggest indication that we've got to run into here is that you've got to be patient. It's going to take some time. What's happening right now with the short sale is that the owner of the home is requesting that the bank take less than what's owed on it. So the bank has that responsibility to really do the research and find out that that person really doesn't have the capability to pay, that they're not just taking advantage of the system.
That can take an awfully long time to do that. They have to see how much money that person has, how much that person makes, if the job is stable, how much they have in the bank. There's a lot that goes into that.
There's so much more than just a foreclosure as far as the effort. So you've got people involved, and I've seen it go from months to approaching a year.
So it could take a long time for that to happen with a short sale. But let's take a look at foreclosure right now. A lot of them have a lot of strings attached to them. First of all, the owner here has lost the home. So the owner doesn't have the home anymore, and the home is owned by the bank or the institution. But as you pointed out to me this week, the home may not be mortgageable. What does that mean?
Exactly. Well, what happens is there's a frustrated person that loses the house. We see damage to the kitchen. You see the copper plumbing is missing in the home. And now you've got a problem. I can't lend money on that. The home is not a complete home. And so what's happened is there has been a lack of construction lending out there simply because as someone's putting an addition on their home, over the last few years, it continues to lose value. So now there is a solution with help from the federal government through the FHA, the Federal Housing Administration. They'll now guarantee a loan. The 203K has been a wonderful solution here.
All right, a lot of people have not heard of that before. Let's take a good close look at it. It's called the 203K, and it's there to help you if you're in this bind where you want to buy a home that's foreclosed. It's not considered a full home because it was trashed before, and you have to do some fixing up. So this loan, Hale, allows you to fix it up, and then the home can be mortgageable. But how does that work? They give me the loan before I actually take possession of that house?
So we're actually doing the lending. The federal government has guaranteed it through FHA. And here's what's happening. I'm lending you the money to purchase the home, and I'm holding in reserve the money that it's going to take you to do the improvements to the home.
How long does it take to get a loan like that? I hear many people are waiting a long time just to get a mortgage.
Well, really, it's a matter of being prepared and having this be transparent and working with a qualified lender, because the time really has to do with more of the disclosure. There has been so much problem with the fallout of the financial industry that now everything is not only documented, but it's third-party documented. So if I get your income information, I'm not going to just trust that. I'm going to get copies from the Internal Revenue Service. So that does take time.
There are good opportunities out there, great homes to buy at a great price, but a lot of strings attached, and you really do have to work with somebody, a mortgage lender, to be your go-between in there.
Yeah, you have to be a partner with them. You have to ask questions and be involved in the process.
And they have to want to help you and spend a lot of time before they turn that sale.
Absolutely.
All right. Hale Walker, thank you for being with us. First Preferred Mortgage Company. We have information on his company and a link to his website on our website, myfoxdetroit.com. You'll find it on the Money Monday page. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. We'll ask you to come back if you would.
All righty, I'd love to.
All right, and I'll see you tonight on Fox 2 News beginning at 5 with Money Works and the Job Shop working for you.